Hi, this is David Robbins from the Wakanda technical support team here in San Jose. And today, I have a screencast showing you how to display custom error messages in Wakanda. So I've created a project called Server Error Messages, and we're going to launch it. It contains one data class, employee, very simple with a name, age, and stock options. But if we look in the events for this class, we've written some code in the onValidate method. And if you want to reject a save of an entity, you can return an error object. And that's what we're doing here. In the case of stock options less than 100, we return a message. And also, if the age is less than 21, we return another error message. So let's go look at our application. Very simple. We have a grid that we've bound to the employee class and a form showing the name, age, and stock options, all bound to the employee class. We have a button to create a new entity, also bound to the employee class. Now we have a save button, and we do not bind that to the employee class. Instead, when it's clicked, we call the Wakanda application framework and the data source API and do a save. And in our save, it's an asynchronous call to the server. We have two properties, on success and on error. Those are two callbacks, and the server will return an event to the on success callback if the record was saved, and if in our onValidate, if it rejected the save, our onError function will be called, and this error object will be passed back. Anyway, let's look at the application running. Okay, I'm going to launch the browser. We can see Wakanda server being launched. Here's our application. I've loaded in 4 employees, and if we go to Joe Namath and we set the stock options 400, no problem. We got the message back from the server, successfully saved. If instead we try to set stock options less than 100, say 75, and we save, we can see that it said you cannot assign less than 100 stock options. And if we reload the page, we can see that his stock options remain at 400. So if we look a little closer how this was done, we can see that our error objects have an error number of 5 if the stock options are less than 100, and 21 if the age is less than 21. And if we look on our page, look at our save button, right here is if we get an error back from the server, we'll return an object, an error object. And that object is actually an array, and it's an associative array, and if we pass the string error, then the first element of that array is our custom messages. And .message will give us our message, and you can see here, .error, we can see the error number. So we have a div on our page, and if we get an error, we're setting the HTML of that div to our message. Also, if the age was less than 21, we're actually looking at text field 5 and changing the background color to wheat. As you see on our page, that text field 5 is the age field. So if we go back to Chrome, we can try to set an age less than 21 and save it, and you can see we get our error message, and also the background color of the field changes to color. So we can reset that. Anyway, that is how you return custom error messages from the server. I hope that's been a help, and I'll see you next time.